Welcome to the 10 square meter workshop. Part 2 of tracksaw enhancements. Coming up after this. Two more improvements for a tracksaw. First, a gentle one. It's widely recognised that the front access port on a tracksaw, used when removing the blade, reduces air suction from the saw. You can buy aftermarket items to fix this, but they're easy to make.
This is my own version, made from 6mm perspex. I made this one on a CNC machine, but they can be made without. Just sandwich two 3mm pieces of perspex, after cutting them to the inside side and the other about 2mm bigger. A slight rebate at the front end engages with the frame. A slot takes a carrier with a latch that holds it in the port. Two small springs keep it engaged. I always keep the springs from broken ballpoint pens. They are useful for things like this. A 3mm bolt passes through a slot in the front, acting as a catch and holding it all together. Note that I have centre punched the bolt and nut in place, which stops it undoing. Perspex is available in many colours if you have a favourite.
Now for something more complex. Some saws have a setting to make score cuts. This cuts through any surface veneer or covering with a shallow cut, less likely to cause damage. You first score cut and then full cut, so you need to keep switching between a shallow and a deep cut. Keep changing the depth setting is tedious. I've made a score cut attachment for my DeWalt. It can be set to a desired depth and engaged or disengaged with a single click. A warning: this requires a couple of holes on the main swing arm. Although harmless to the saw, it may invalidate warranty.
It is made from two small pieces of aluminium angle. One attaches to the swing arm and the other pivots on this to engage. Note that my fixed part is fabricated from two pieces because I did not have a big enough sized piece of angle, but angle will work just as well. When in position, it is stopped by one of the upper pivot pins. The two parts are held together with a countersunk head 4mm bolt secured with a nylock nut to prevent slackening. A lock nut could be used instead. Positive stops for off and on are provided by means of a 4.5mm ball bearing in a hole in the fixed part, engaging against the other part, which has shallow holes drilled at the 2 points. The ball is held against the moving part by a small flat steel spring. I use part of a terry clip like this, with notches at the base to allow two 3mm bolts to hold it in position. There are two 3mm bolts with lock nuts to set the cut depth. Two, so there is no chance of the stop sliding sideways in use. I keep mine set at 3mm depth. The bracket needs to be bolted to the swinging arm so that it engages, when that is selected, with the upper bearing pin.
Click down to engage, back up to disengage, engage, disengage. Well, I hope you found my tracksaw upgrades interesting. It makes you want to add similar features to your own tools. Why not subscribe for more workshop videos? See you soon!